to your point about bonds lowering mortgage rates, this is where I get into trouble. And a buddy of mine has said this to me a number of times. I'm a logical guy. And he said, thinking logically will get you in trouble in real estate and in the stock market.
That's right.
Like it's unpredictable, and you trying to logic it out. If it was that easy, everybody'd be doing it.
That's right.
So in my logical head, it would seem like higher mortgage rates would bring down your buying power, and so it would potentially push down the prices as well. So that's logical to me. Clearly, I'm missing a major component because it doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, I think you and your friend are spot on, 100%, except one variable, and that's inventory. And we are so far behind in housing in America. We're millions of homes short in this country, and that's why why we're seeing these values hold. And I think it's pretty much, I think, true of most things, that when there's a scarcity that holds value, except diamonds at Walmart. I've yet to figure out.
Is that a scarcity?
Well, I've yet to figure out how we are still buying diamonds that are these precious stones, supposedly, right? You see all the commercials, and they sell them at Walmart, all day long, or any other Costco, whatever you name it.
They sell fine wine at Costco. Yeah, exactly.
And I just like, how is this? How am I sitting there spending this money for this rock? And I'm just believing it's precious. So, but that doesn't work in real estate. I will tell you that. Supply and demand in real estate is a real deal. And I tell you, based on all the conversations I'm having all across America, everywhere, I think we're going to be kind of right here in this situation for the next few years. I don't see them. I don't see much moving the needle. The builders cannot develop the land fast enough to get the houses on the ground. It's just because of, government zoning, rezoning, the work, the city, the sidewalks, all the things that have to be done. I mean, a lot of times you're looking at 18 months out before you can even put one house up. And so, we're already to the end of 2024 if they started today, essentially. Mm-hmm. So I think we're just here for a little bit. Now, there is one possible force to be considered, and I really hope this doesn't happen, but it's if any of these large venture capital groups out here fail, like all these guys have just been buying houses like crazy, paying over asking price, paying $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 over asking price just to get the house. If that model fails, because all that money mainly came from stock and different things and private investors, but if those people as a whole decide that they want their money back, all those homes are paid for. So the only thing they can do is, if they need cash quick, is liquidate them. Well, there's another word that goes with fast in real estate. It's called cheap normally. Yeah. And that is, that's just the scary piece, because based upon what I know about these groups and the number of homes that they have bought, especially in certain subdivisions, I mean, it would absolutely decimate some of these subdivisions in the Triad. I mean, some of these companies own 30 and 40% of the houses in some of these neighborhoods. Now, fortunately, they're not all owned by the same companies, but, there's still not a ton of diversity in that. And, man, I tell you what, if those guys decided that business model failed and they couldn't get the return that they promised their investors wanted their money out and they needed to sell, that could really, to me, that is the greatest risk I see. If those guys succeed to keep the homes, or they start to sell them off slower at market value, we're good. But if one of them gets in a panic and just decides forget it.
And like you said, while there may be different groups that own within a certain suburb, if the conditions are right that one needs to sell, likely the conditions are right that multiple need to sell.
Yeah. Or they're watching each other to say, ooh, what are they doing?
Here's my chance.
Yeah. And that's, take a look at about every dip in the stock market. It's been panic of, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Yeah. And okay, let's go. I'm going to do the same thing.